Good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I like that. Happy Valentine's Day to all of you. My name is Sally Myers, and I am the founder of the Perris and the Menifee Valley Chambers of Commerce Student of the Month program, and I'm delighted to welcome all of you here today. So this is going to be an outstanding morning. We're going to have the opportunity to meet these amazing students, meet their families, their mentor teacher, their principal, and hear their stories. So when we begin, I'd like to ask all of you to please stand, and Pastor Ted Norton with New Life Fellowship is going to lead us in our prayer, and then our council member, Matt Liesmeyer from the city of Menifee, is going to come forward and lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. So, all right, Pastor Ted, whose son was also a Student of the Month.
Yes, my son is a graduate of Perris High School, Student of the Month and then Student of the Year. Went on to get his doctorate in philosophy of physics and is now teaching at a university. So great things can come out of this area. You know, we've got good schools in this area. Well, let's pray. Heavenly Father, we just thank you first for yourself because, Lord, you are the God who blesses us. And Lord, when we look at all of the resources that we have in this area, the great school districts and the great businesses, Lord, we have to say that ultimately all these things came from you. You give wisdom, you give knowledge, you give protection, you give a great economy. And so, Lord, we say thank you. And I want to thank you, Lord, for each of these students that we are honoring today, for they have used wisely those things that have been presented to them. We ask you, Lord, that they would take that wisdom that they have used so far, Lord, that they would continue on, not only educating themselves well and taking advantage of the opportunities, but, Lord, also blessing others because of the blessings you've given to them. We thank these things and thank you for this food, Lord. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Please join me in saluting the flag of our great nation. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're all welcome to be seated. And for those of you that have your backs to the podium, as soon as you finish your breakfast, turn your chairs around, and then that way you don't have to be turning to see. And so we are just so excited that you all are here today. We started our program actually 26 years ago. It began in the Temecula area, then moved up to Murrieta, Lake Elsinore, and over to Perris and Menifee in 1998. So we're actually celebrating our 19th year of honoring these incredible students. So there's a mission statement and a little history of our program that I'd like to share, because the mission statement is important because it's how your son or daughter was selected. And that is, this is a nonprofit organization where we're honoring outstanding high school, college-bound seniors for their character, their love of learning, how you all have juggled numerous activities from campus activities to community service or athletics, or students who have persevered through challenging life circumstances, all in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and for those of us in business that we enjoy, that's free enterprise. So I don't know where you can go and you get all that under one roof, but we do it here at Student of the Month, and our sponsors are so faithful to our program that we're just going to continue going, and so we really appreciate it. And the neat thing is that we get to come together every single month, and we hear many stories, but you know what? Every story is unique, every story is special, and every student has their very own story. And so we leave just lifted up and full of joy because of all of you. So I'd like to introduce our students and our principals to you. So when I call you, if you would please stand. So with Perris High School, our assistant principal with us today is Christy Cutler. And our student, yes, from Perris High School is Ariana Marissa Camacho. If you want to stand, and all your family, your mom and your younger brother, if y'all want to stand. So Everyone gets to stand and be recognized today, so congratulations to you. And I really love it when we have our younger siblings come, because those are future students of the month. I'm looking right at you. I can tell. And from Perris Lake High School, our principal, Dean Hauser. So thank you very much, Dean. And our student is Dakota Scott. Is it Iola Scola? I'm sort of a little off on that. He did tell me the right way to say it, and I promised him I'd try really hard. So we're so excited you're here today with your family. So let's have all your family and guests stand. Everyone stand. Awesome. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. From Paloma Valley High School, our principal is Jennifer Thomason. Thank you, Ms. Jennifer. And I always get to see her mother at the Marietta program, so that's very fun. It's a family affair. And our student is Trevor Allen Johnson, and your family and mentor teacher, please. Thank you very much. Congratulations. And Heritage High School, our principal, Frank Arce. So Mr. Frank. And our student is Sophia Michaela Acosta, and your family, please, and mentor teacher. All of y'all, please stand. There's a whole group of you. You all have to stand. I've met, and Grandma. I'm so excited we have another Grandma in the house. Yay. So congratulations to you. We really are. You're going to see one big happy family. So we have 4 programs like this. I mentioned Temecula, Marietta, Lake Elsinore, and Perris Menifee. And it's really fun because so many of our families or our principals, the teachers and whatnot have either other family members or great friends in those districts. So we really do have a lot of fun in our program here this morning. I'd like to introduce our Chambers of Commerce to you. We are sponsored by both of our chambers, and they help us out tremendously. And so we have the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and we have Karen Nolan, who's going to speak on behalf of the chamber this morning. And also representing the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce is Tony Amatuli. So Tony, we always appreciate you here as well. So if y'all want to come forward as well. And from the Perris Valley Chamber, we have Tim Moore, who is the commandant of the VFW, post number 888. So come forward and share a few words with the students.
Thank you so much. There we go. Good morning, everybody. As a member of the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, I've been on the board for the last 4 years, and I can't express to you enough to let you know how excited the board members are when it's time to sign up to come to the Student of the Month. And they're very excited to sign up and participate and show their support to the students that are coming up and that have shown their work that they've accomplished in our community. And they're very excited to see what you guys are going to do for the future. As a member of the Menifee Valley Chamber, I'm a graduate of Perris Valley High School, and went on to study over at Riverside Community College for a while before I landed back in Perris. Raised a family for a while and then joined my mother with a business in Menifee for LCL Realty and Property Management, where we're a brokerage and a full-service property management. We service over 400 single-family resident homes in and around the area, so we even have a lot out here in Perris. I'm excited that I could come back and take what I've learned through the years and use it in my own community in the area. And I'm very excited to see all these students. And like I said, it's one of our highlights to come and hear their stories and hear all your accomplishments and sometimes your trials and your struggles, and to know that you can do so much and you can give back to your community wherever you land. We hope that you land back here and support back to the community you came from, but if not, that you are the citizen and the representative that you should be wherever you end up landing. And we're just very thankful. Thank you, Sally, for letting the Menifee Valley Chamber participate with this wonderful program. Thank you. Oh, so sorry. So this is handed to John. I'm sorry, Sally. I'm not sure of the order of protocol. Am I good?
Yeah, you're good.
Thank you. Sorry.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too as well.
Let you go first.
Thank you.
Good morning. My name's Tim Moore. I'm the secretary for the Chamber of the City of Perris. I'm also the commander of the VFW here in Perris. First off, I'd like to wish everybody a happy Valentine's Day. Great day, right? Should be a happy day. You're all here today, that'll help with it. You know, I get up here every month and look at the students that are out here, and I just can't get over the amazement that I hold for what they do. I was kind of mediocre in school. We didn't really care about school back then, but you guys are all great. The guys and gals that do this, it's just, I can't speak enough about it. We have our meetings at Sacramento for the VFW once every 3 months, and I make sure that they're well aware of this program that we do for you through the chamber and what goes on. And so, they're just, when you talk about it up there, there's no other places like this that Sizzler puts on and Sally puts on that just unbelievable. Can't say enough about it. So you guys are all mentioned across the state by some of the VFW members. So, but I want to congratulate all of you for making it today, and I hope you all make Student of the Year. I know that's not going to happen, but we can try. Just keep up all the good work. Keep up the fun times too. Don't do so much work that you miss the fun times and miss your life growing up. I know that's important on one side, but the other side's also important. Thank you and have a good day.
It's always good to see you. Thank you. That is awesome. I'd like to introduce our volunteers to you, because you know you're only as good as the folks that you surround yourself with. And in our Student of the Month program, it is no different. We are very blessed with our chairs. That is Lori Ortel and Sarah Rico with the Perris Union High School District. So ladies, if you want to please stand so everyone can see you. They were greeting you with wonderful smiles as you all came in today. And our MC, when I am unable to be here, is Mr. Grant Bennett, our superintendent. So always thank you very much for filling in when I cannot be here. We appreciate that. We have an accountant, Kim Garcia, that helps me, as well as our scholarship administrator. Her name is Jerry Selway with Pacific Western Bank in Temecula area, and she's very helpful as well. So I want to thank them. We have a number of sponsors, and if you open your program, you're going to see that inside we have just so many generous businesses in town, and in fact you can see their names behind me. For quite some time in the morning, we always like to thank our sponsors. So we have breakfast sponsors, and several of them are here today. I'd like to introduce them to you. We have Karina Cocoletti. I always want to say this kind of funny, Cocoletzi, and Karina's with Altura Credit Union. So Miss Karina, thank you very much. We have Nacheli Rodriguez with Azusa Pacific University, one of our favorite universities. Congratulations and thank you for coming this morning. From the city of Menifee, we have two wonderful of our council members. We have Council Member Matt Leisemeyer and also Council Member John Denver. And just a little tidbit of history, John Denver was very helpful in putting our program together 19 years ago. So he has all the history and the lowdown on our program. So it's always nice to see you.
You shouldn't tell him that. It makes us sound very old.
Well, we're very mature. I decided that's my new word now. When you're in the half-century club, you're mature. Okay, or wise. From the city of Perris, we have Judy Hani. So Miss Judy, thank you very much. Appreciate you. And from County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, Amber Smalley. So thank you, Miss Amber. And I'm not sure if our CR&R friends are here. I think you are. There you are, Ignacio. Thank you very much. We're glad that you're here. I saw Nicole yesterday at Elsinore's program. And from International Auto Crafters, Annie Petrelli. Miss Annie, she's all the way in the back around the corner. Cute little blonde. So good to have you here. from Mount San Jacinto. I'm not sure that we have anyone here this morning, but it's also one of our other colleges that is very supportive of our program. And do we have Craig McKenzie with Paradise Chevrolet and Cadillac this morning? Okay. From the Perris Union High School District, we are always so fortunate to have a great group there. Our superintendent, Grant Bennett. I know you all have met him. Lori Ortel and Sarah Rico. We have Candace Rains, Miss Candace over here. Thank you. And Dr. Marilyn Saucedo. There you are. Joe Williams. Hello, Mr. Joe. And Sonia Rezkala. Where's Miss Sonia? There you are. Hi, Sonia. And also Kirk Skopanix. We saw it, and you are just awesome. I saw you visiting with all the students as well, so that's really cool, and all of you all do that. So our district is so committed to our students. I have to tell you, they really are. From the Riverside County Office of Education, we have Perris Clark representing Dr. White, so thank you very much. Glad to have you with us this morning, and welcome. From the Rotary Club of Perris, Mike Brins. Mr. Mike, thank you very much. It's always great to have you here. And Bill Kramer with Star Milling. So Mr. Kramer, it's always great to have you with us. Thank you. We also have a scholarship program, and several of those sponsors are here. But I just want to tell you all, especially the parents, a little bit about our scholarship program. This community is so generous that they all donate funds, and we divide that equally between all of our students of the year. And so in order to be a student of the year, you must first be student of the month. So that means you are in the right spot, okay? You will be given a competitive application very soon, and you will be competing against students from your own school. So that's not a lot of students, but it is a competitive application, and I love that. I saw you already doing this, like you are ready to roll. Yay. And you'll be asked to write 2 short essays and put some other information on things that you are doing this year. So be sure that you're keeping track of everything you're doing this year. There'll be a panel of judges that will be selected to review those. They have a very specific scoring system and rubric that we use, and the scholarship is always right around that $3,000 mark, so it's a very generous scholarship from our community. And then we will have a special dinner, and it will be in May, and all of our students of the year and their families and mentor, teacher, and principal are invited to that event, where you'll get to share a little bit more about your story and where you're going to go to college and whatnot. So it's a very exciting event. And so I'd like to introduce our sponsors that are here. We have International Autocrafters, Annie Petrelli. You're going to see several of our sponsors do breakfast and scholarship, so thank you very much. We have John and Linda Denver, so thank you very much, John. We appreciate that. And Brady LeBlanc with Les Schwab Tire Center, and we just really appreciate you with Les Schwab. And with Brady, they have brought in other Les Schwab tire companies with our other programs. So Brady's been very instrumental in spreading the love in our program, so thank you, Brady. And we also have the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, so thank you very much, Tony and Karen, for all that you've done with our program. We appreciate it. And Mount San Jacinto College, Paradise Chevrolet, and Cadillac, the Perris Plaza and Cordures Family Limited Partnership. We appreciate them. Puma, which is the Perris Union Management Association with Nick Newkirk, so we appreciate their contribution, as well as the Riverside County Office of Education with Perris Clark, the Rotary Club of Menifee, the Rotary Club of Perris, Star Milling, so thank you very much, Mr. Kramer. And so we just appreciate all of you. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, when you are Student of the Year, notice I'm talking very positively. You're going to fill out those applications. You get some extra special gifts. You'll get the entire gift bag that you're receiving today. So you're going to get a whole extra bag of goodies. Plus, you will get an engraved pin by one of our former mayor and council members, Mark Yarborough, with Swedish Speed and Champion Towing. Costco gives you one of those extra large, and did I say extra large beach towels? Yes, you get one of those. And CR&R with Ignacio Valdivia gives you this wonderful engraved mug. And so lots of fun gifts that you will receive as Student of the Year. So now I'd like to introduce our dignitaries. They're going to take just a short bit of time to be able to congratulate you, and they have some certificates that they're going to show off. And from the city of Perris, we're going to introduce you to Judy Hani. And as I call your name, you can just pop right around over here and join Sarah, and you'll speak in this order as well. From the city of Menifee, our council member Matt Lessemeyer. From Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez's office, Caitlin Wilkinson. From Assemblyman Jose Medina's office, Cesar Gomez. From Senator Richard Roth's office, Altie Holcomb. From U.S. Congressman Mark Takano's office, Danielle Hardin. From County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, Amber Smalley. From the Riverside County Office of Education, Perissa Clark. And to conclude remarks will be our superintendent, Mr. Grant Bennett. So thank you, Judy.
Good morning. I apologize, I have a little bit of a cold. But on behalf of our mayor, our city council, our city clerk, and the entire city of Perris, we'd like to extend our sincerest congratulations to all of you on your achievements, to your families for your outstanding accomplishments, and present you with this lovely certificate that is signed by our mayor and city clerk. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody, and likewise, I have a certificate from the entire city councils from the city of Menifee, and on behalf of the council, I want to congratulate everybody. You know, it's already been said what an inspiration you guys all are here for us, and I'm really excited to hear the stories, excited to meet you, and really proud to be here. So again, congratulations, and good luck in the future. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of State Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez, we would like to first congratulate you, but also offer you this certificate of recognition. And I hope that each of you students don't just put this away in a drawer and forget about it. I hope that each of you look at this as inspiration and to know that you can do hard things and to know that you are on the right track. And I'm excited to see where each and every one of you end up in your future. So once again, congratulations.
Good morning, my name is Cesar Gomez with the Office of California State Assembly Member Jose Medina. And on behalf of the Assembly members, it's my pleasure to congratulate all the students being honored here today. We wish you the best for future success. Congratulations.
Well, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Senator Richard Roth, it is my honor to congratulate and present certificates to each of today's honorees. We applaud you for the tremendous success and tremendous effort you put in obtaining a quality education, and we wish you the very best going forward. Congratulations.
Good morning. I'm with the Office of Congressman Mark Takano. On behalf of the Congressman, we would like to present you all with a certificate of your accomplishments. In school, it's hard, it's tough, but you guys, with the support system that you have, has shown that hard work really pays off. And with that, I want to wish you guys good luck on your future endeavors.
Good morning. On behalf of Riverside County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, we would like to congratulate you all on receiving the Student of the Month award. We would like to encourage you guys to keep up the hard work and the good work that you guys are doing, and we encourage you to bring back your knowledge and your businesses to our community. Thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of Dr. Judy White at the Riverside County Office of Education, we'd like to present this certificate to all of the students of the month. And we'd also like to recognize all of the parents and teachers and administrators that have been such an important critical force in your education. And together as a community, we are so excited to see how far you are going to go. Thank you so much.
Well, good morning, everyone. I'm Grant Bennett. I'm the superintendent for the Perris Union High School District, and I want to say congratulations to all the students and to the families, because without the support of the families, kids wouldn't be able to do the things they do. And we're going to get to hear the story of 4 kids today, but these are just examples of the great students that we have in the Perris Union High School District that are doing great things in the classroom, great things in our community, and making a difference. And we really look forward to where they go from when they leave our schools, if they want to go to college, they want to go into service, they want to go into business. We're looking forward to what they're going to do and their accomplishments. So students, you saw that list of you got all those goodies in there, that you're going to get all these prizes and certificates and all those things. You get to do something as an adult. You're going to get this big stack of thank you cards. And you're going to get the opportunity, I'm calling it an opportunity, to handwrite all those out. No taking your Chromebook and typing it out and sending it to the printer and printing it out and pasting it in there. They're handwritten. You handwrite the thank you notes to all of the sponsors that helped put this on and the dignitaries that came to support you. And you're probably going, how am I going to know who to send them to? We have a 3-page list of addresses and names who you'll be sending them to. Now you're probably, the other part we're thinking, well, it's 50 cents a pop to mail things. You're not going to have to pay that. You bring it to your principal and we'll get it taken care of, so it'll go out on the district's dime. So on behalf of the Perris Union High School District and our Board of Trustees, I want to say congratulations to all the students again and good luck in the future. Thank you.
And the thank you notes are so fun to read. I think I read about 15 of them last night that they all came in the mail at the same time. So it was really, really quite fun. So this is our gift bag table right here. You can see all these wonderful goodies. So I'm going to just share a little bit about what you're getting. You have a gift from Altura Credit Union, so we appreciate that. And so thank you very much. You get a spiral notebook from the city of Menifee. You get all kinds of goodies. You get a water bottle, a key ring, a pin, a lanyard, a pedometer, a bag, and a mug, and all kinds of goodies. So thank you from the city of Menifee. From the city of Perris, you also get a swag bag full of another pin, a city medallion. You get a jump rope because you're always wanting to stay in shape, sunglasses, a stress ball, a rubber bracelet, all kinds of fun things. I mean, I gotta tell you, these cities are amazing what they do. Creative Printing prints the thank you notes that Mr. Bennett just shared. From Eastern Municipal Water District, you get sunglasses and mints and lip balm. From International Auto Crafters, you get another swag bag with a special engraved plaque, candy, and all kinds of goodies. From Loma Linda University Medical Center, you get a special tote bag. From the Olive Oil Company out of Temecula, you get a certificate to go to the Olive Oil Ranch, which is really a fun place, a neat tour. From New Life Fellowship, Pastor Ted Norton, you get the greatest book in the world, the Bible. From New York Upper Crust Pizza and Whimsical Yogurt, a gift certificate, so that'll be fun. That's why you have the jump rope. Okay? The Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce and the VFW gives you a $50 gift check, so thank you very much, Tim Moore. Appreciate that. Reflections Christian Fellowship, Pastor Don Meinberg, he gives you a Bible promise book, so that's exciting. And you get a certificate from Sizzler Restaurants, which my husband and I own. You also get this awesome book from Brady at Les Schwab. It is the actual book about Les Schwab and how he founded his business, and great performance, and really some neat information in that book. I just got a copy myself just recently. You get to go to Jack in the Box and Corner Bakery and some other restaurants owned by some friends of mine, Carl's Jr., Firehouse Subs, In-N-Out Burger, Jersey Mike's, Lake Elsinore Storm, You get to go to Mulligan's, Richie's Diner, which is owned by my parents. You get a Save the Animals Today certificate, which means my dear friend does horse rescue, and you get to do a special horse riding lesson. And my husband and I joint venture with Texas Roadhouse, so you get to go there, and some special movie certificates as well. So you're going to be out and about doing lots of fun things. So now we're going to start our presentation of our students, and I want to share a little bit how that will work today. We have a special order. The order will be with Perris High School first, and we will conclude with Heritage High School. So I'll leave this program up here for you. We have, when we call the school forward, you'll come, the principal will stand behind the podium, the mentor teacher right here, our student right over here. You're going to be side by side because these students from Paloma Valley High School are videotaping you today, and we want everybody to be seen, and the family will all be over here as well. And the principal will speak first. They'll have about a minute, and then our teacher, our student will speak. Then we'll have 2.5 minutes for our student. And students, this is what you'll be sharing with us today. You're going to introduce your family and your guests by name. You're going to talk a little bit about your college and career goals and your current life on campus. And then we're going to ask you to answer one or more of the following questions, and they are, what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? Or what do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college? Or how you plan on giving back to the community or paying it forward? Or the final question, share a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you've overcome. And so when you start answering those questions, you'll want to say, the greatest life lesson I've ever learned is, or an obstacle that I've overcome is. That way I'll know, because if I don't think you've answered the question, I'm going to kind of come over real cute and I'll say, answer the questions, or something like that. So just to make sure that you don't forget. Then our teacher will share a few words of a little character story and how you've made a difference. And then the concluding speaker will be one of your family members that will share. So when you come forward, the microphone does go up or down, so you want to speak clearly into the microphone. Don't have it so high that we can't see you, so want to make sure we always see that lovely face and your smile. And so let's begin with Perris High School and our assistant principal, Christy Kotler.
Good morning. How are we doing? I'm Christy Coulter. I'm assistant principal. I'm here on the behalf of my principal, Juan Santos. I'm introducing the most fabulous student, Ariana Camacho. She is our student of the month. I know it's Valentine's Day and I'm going to be just a little bit cheesy, but she really represents the heart of our school. Every person that I talked to about her just talked about what an impact that she's had on them and on her classes. Ms. Peacock will definitely talk about that. When I spoke with Ariana, she lit up my office. She just exudes such positivity and such just heart. And she left my office and I was like, oh, yay. So I was so grateful. One of the teachers wrote, Ms. Zunzun wrote, she's genuinely a great person and an amazing student. She goes above and beyond and truly wants to help and do good, not only for the school, but for her community as well. I had the pleasure of being her Spanish teacher last year, and her kindness, compassion, and motivation shone through. She truly is a great young woman who has done so much and has yet to do so much more. I know she will accomplish great things. So as I was reading through the nominations, there were 3 words that came up over and over and over again. One was kindness, which Ms. Zunzun mentioned. And Ms. Peacock will mention this, so I'll try not to steal your thunder.
Thank you.
Okay. But her Plus Leadership program hosted a mental health awareness fair yesterday. And guess who helped run that and get that ready? So I'm not going to steal Ms. Peacock's thunder. I'll let her talk more about that. I talked to Mr. Rodriguez, and the second word that kept coming up over and over again is her leadership. And you may know this, but you may not know this. She's one of the sound directors of ASB, which means she's a DJ. And so she basically keeps the school rocking. And Mr. Rodriguez talked about how she has broken all the male-dominated DJ stereotypes, and she's just amazing on the turntables. So. And lastly, her compassion shone through on the nominations. She is the Key Club president, and one of the things she talked about is she is so proud of the community that has been built in the Key Club, and that it's just one big giant family, and that's what she's most proud of. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Since you're building our Panther family. So Ariana has a 3.4 GPA. She wants to go on to a 4-year college, and I don't want to steal your thunder and talk about all your goals, so I'll let you do that too.
Okay.
So it's with great honor that I go ahead and introduce Ariana.
Good morning. I wanted to start off by thanking the sponsors again, because it means a lot that you guys are willing to take your time to invest into like recognizing the students and everything that we've done, because it's really important. I mean, I'll get to that later why exactly, but I just wanted to say thank you. This is my mom, and this is my little brother Aaron. This is my teacher, Miss Peacock. My plans after high school is to attend a 4-year university. I'm hoping UC Irvine. Fingers crossed. I want to study sociology with an emphasis in social work or around that field. I also hope to join the Peace Corps and travel the world and help third world countries and help like better build their communities, because I'm very fortunate to live in the United States where, like my economics teacher says, we can just like turn the tab and we have warm water right there. And a lot of people don't have that, and I really appreciate that. School right now has been quite a roller coaster. I'm gonna get into my personal story. So as Ms. Coulter said, we hosted a mental health fair yesterday, and it was quite amazing seeing all the students' faces that walked away with a face of like satisfaction that they have been seen, because a lot of stigma is put on mental health, and I personally struggle with anxiety, and that recently has came about, and it was scary because I didn't understand what it was. And Ms. Coulter yesterday when I was in her office, she asked me what exactly it was that I liked about being a Panther. And what I have to say that I really appreciate is having all these people around me that I didn't think would understand so deeply of how I felt and how they were there for me. And even though I haven't overcome it, I am fighting to get through it, and I feel like that's the best that you can do, not only with mental health, but just in life. And so that's me. That's me. Happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you guys have a wonderful day.
My name is Julia Peacock, and I'm the Plus Leadership teacher along with Read 180 in English for sophomores at Perris High School. And I apologize for being late. I also apologize for being underdressed, but the shirt that I'm wearing today is the reason that Ariana is here. We do not provide mental health support services on our campus, but for a small percentage of our students who qualify for special education. When we went to the Dare to Be Aware conference with Ariana as one of our student leaders last November, it was glaringly obvious to her and to the other students that we took that that issue is the #1 priority of the students on campus, apart from academic accomplishments, graduation rates, etc. So Ariana, along with the other amazing Plus leaders, of which we only have 20, decided that we needed to bring mental health awareness to our campus. We contacted agencies all over Riverside County and right here in Perris who provide those services for free but do not have services on our campus. So our goal and Ariana's mission and the mission of the Plus leaders is to never let a student feel alone on campus and to make sure that the stigma of mental health is broken. Because as they indicate, as my shirt indicates, love actually fights stigma. Ariana is one of the most compassionate, generous, kind young women on campus. The fact that she struggles with her own anxiety yet still rises above to reach out to other students, to make them not feel alone, to make them not feel abandoned and lost on a campus of 2,200 students is absolutely one of the most incredible things that she has to offer, not just us while she's with us in Perris at Perris High School, but what she will take with her wherever she goes in life. She has a fundamental kindness that is so unique to so many of our kids who are lost in their own struggles. I could not be more proud that she came across my path last year, and I will continue to be a huge champion of her and the other students on our campus that she's helping every single day by just being herself. So I want to thank you so much for allowing me this opportunity to represent such an amazing young woman who has absolute boundless potential to change the world. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. A little closer. This is very awkward for me. Happy Valentine's. I am Ariana's mom, and I just want to thank everybody here for having the students here and just year after year, you know, doing this. And of course, to the other students that are here from the other schools, you know, you guys are here for great reasons, and just it's wonderful to be part of this, you know, be sharing with children like my daughter and whatnot, and teachers and principals. I can't say how proud I am of my daughter. And Aaron here is my youngest, and he had to be here because they're just so close, and she's such a wonderful example, not just to her siblings, but to me. I'm constantly learning from her as well. So, thank you, everybody.
I would like to go ahead and introduce the next school for Perris Lake High, where Mr. Hauser. Come on.
Good morning. Get in tight, or Miss Myers is going to come to the podium. Tighter, 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 tighter. Good morning. Our student of the month at Perris Lake is Dakota Scott Alola Shiola. Did I? Yeah. That really was the big part right there. You know, every once in a while, you know, especially teachers know this, every day, you know, you go into a room, 4 walls and a door and 36 kids in the room, and some of them can be a real pain. Some of them can be, you know, as soon as you see them, you just know 57 minutes to go. And then right after them comes the light in the door. And it's a comfort zone. It's the person that you know will do right every single day. They will have a smile on their face. They will absolutely balance out that period. And every teacher knows this, and every principal or administrator or security guard or secretary, it does not matter. You know who those kids are. And Dakota is one of those kids. He's one of those students. I know, in fact, when I announced to the staff or to teachers and the classified staff that Dakota was, you know, our student of the month, that is exactly what they said. It was like consistent comfort. When he walks by, he walks in, I know my day is going to be good. So that's the kind of kid he is. So I'm going to let Dakota now have the podium and tell you just a little bit about himself.
Good morning, staff, students, and family members of Perris Union High School District. I'd first like to start off by thanking all the sponsors for taking the time to invest into the future of the students being recognized this morning. My name is Dakota Elola Shola, and I would like to take a moment and introduce my family members here today. My mom, my stepmom, and my sister, and my guest teacher is Miss Stern. I believe my greatest contribution to my school is a combined effort with Ms. Stern to build up the makerspace. The makerspace has not only given me the ability to show school spirit and making an electronic readout of Perris Lake High, but bring new faces in that didn't think they could make anything with the supplies given. For those asking themselves what the makerspace is a dedicated room in our MPR where students can go and build anything from paper mache to 3D printed objects, even my favorite, electronics. One obstacle that has continued to be a struggle is falling behind in my English courses, which has caused me to fall behind in my high school credits. However, coming to the lake has showed me there are other ways to work with the challenges like these. Therefore, I will be a 2018 March graduate. In the near future, I plan on attending UTI and am in the process of becoming part of the auto mechanics and the basics of welding program. I plan on completing the 16-month program and moving on with my future. My biggest lesson I've learned and will take with me to college is my independence and researching the requirements and expectations to get into a program of my interest. I am now aware of the prerequisites and locations, program description, and costs to maintain my future education with UTI. I plan on working with a family friend to gain experience in my field and then eventually open my own business. Once I have my own business, I'd like to offer the youth of my community some type of program or hands-on experience to gain more knowledge with their hands-on skills, especially since programs like those are slowly going away. I'd like to end it by thanking the sponsors one more time.
Good morning, I'm Miss Stern. I had the pleasure of being a substitute at Paloma and meeting this really amazing, creative young lady named Jasmine. And she actually was the one who brought Dakota into my vision. As a sub, I see many students, and I pass Dakota often, but we had little to no communication. Meeting him through his sister brought him into my peripheral, and then he moved from Paloma to Perris Lake High School. I got the fortune of being there for his orientation, and that was pretty much the first time that we had communication. And I was able to see this young man who seemed very closed into his own circle really grow and take on the responsibility and the leadership that he has inside. The campus that we have is a smaller campus, so it really allows some students that have social anxiety and mental health issues to really feel comfortable in their own skin and allow themselves to really get in touch with themselves and to reach their academic success. Dakota is an outstanding example of that. Opening the makerspace up has been so rewarding for me to see students like Dakota jump in there and show me how to make stuff, and really just inspire other students to bring out their genius. I mean, these kids have so much talent and so much intellect and so much heart. It's just so amazing to be in the experience, and it's so humbling as an educator to see these young people lead us. His future is going to be absolutely bright. His skill set is amazing. This young man could have easily lost his life on the way to school yesterday, and I would have not even noticed, because he was there with a smile, and it wasn't until he shared the story that I'm like, oh my gosh, you're okay, yay. But he is that light. He is that refreshing student that when you see walk around campus just brings that positive air. One of the things that as an educator I love to see my students do is to not do something for another student, but to show them how to do it. And in the makerspace, it's just amazing to watch students that are reluctant come in and then discover things that they never even knew existed within themselves. So he's a great example, and I just look forward to seeing him grow as a young man and to put his savvy skill set into use, because I would love to see him come back to the community as a successful businessman and share those skills as a graduate from Perris Lake High School.
I just wanted to say congratulations to Dakota and the rest of you guys for getting Student of the Month. It is such an incredible thing to accomplish that. I just want to say, Dakota, the Pumbaa to my Timon. I can't put in words how proud of you I am. It's been a long haul and I haven't always been easy to continue down the right path. But here you are doing great things and paving yourself a bright future. You have so much potential to continue doing incredible things. You just have to do it your own way and not let anyone put you down or force you down the wrong path. I love you so much, little brother, and I can't wait to see how far you go in life.
Okay. Back you go.
All right. Glad we're done with that. I would like to introduce, after that, Jennifer Tomasi, the principal at Paloma Valley High School.
I'm not that tall. There we go. All right, come on in. Come on in. Hello, good morning, everyone. I am so proud to introduce Mr. Trevor Johnson. Trevor is an amazing Wildcat. Trevor impresses me every day. He has a 3.8 GPA. He's taken 7 AP classes, including getting a 5 on the AP Lang score, which I just found out this. Oh my goodness. But what impresses me most about Trevor is the way that he interacts with all of our younger Wildcats. Trevor is the president of our Link crew, and for the past 2 years, he has brought these freshmen under his wing, showed them the campus, gotten them involved, and just really expressed what it means to be a Wildcat. Trevor is also our stage manager. And one of the reasons that, I chose Trevor out of all the nominations we get is because of the leadership that he showed in a very particular moment last fall. So on a Saturday morning in November, I think it was November, this fabulous teacher, our theater director and teacher, Miss Fomby, called me on a Saturday morning very early and said, I'm going into emergency surgery. They're taking my appendix out. I don't think I'm going to make the show tonight. So it took a minute. I said, no, I don't think you're going to make the show either. And she's like, what are we going to do? And I'm like, we'll figure something out. Go do what you got. You're going to surgery. So Saturday evening, closing night of our fall production, I show up in the theater and I gather all the students and I let them know, hey, I just heard from Mrs. Fomby's husband. She's okay, but she's not going to be here. And we have closing night. So what does that mean for us? Performing and putting on a production without a director, even as adults and professionals, is near impossible. But when you're 14, 15, 16 years old, doing that without a director and your teacher and the person who runs the show is terrifying. And I was ready to say, we're going to cancel this. I'll stand here. I'll call each of your parents. It's fine. And Trevor stood up and Trevor said, Miss Tomasian, we may not have a director, but we have a lot of leaders in this room. And it was like a mic drop moment. It was the moment as an educator you want your students, you want your kids to go on and do things without you. You want to put yourself out of a job. And Trevor did that for us. And so the show went on and it was amazing. So here is Trevor Johnson.
Hello, everyone. So I guess that I will begin, as everyone else did, by thanking the sponsors for just allowing us these opportunities to come out and be recognized and share kind of our stories to hopefully, inspire something and bring something up in a lot of other people so that they can do some amazing things in our community. So I guess that I will share a little bit of something that's been a little bit of a struggle for me, just kind of throughout my entire academic experience. So up until I was around 7 years old, I was very comfortable in my little bubble, I kind of remembered one house, one family dynamic, and I was completely okay with that. I was very comfortable, just, living with this pasture, raising horses and just having a good old time, but everything kind of got flipped on its head through some circumstances. And kind of from that point forward, that's kind of what it was. I was brought up and life kind of taught me that things were temporary. Friends, houses, schools, relationships, connections within my family. It all felt very in the moment and temporary. And the summer before my freshman year, I was in foster care. And I was in San Diego, and I was, on track to be a football player at this high school that just felt so much bigger than me, in this city that felt huge compared to me, and living with these people that all just felt so above everything. Excuse me, so above everything and bigger than me. But, right on time, I was able to move back home to Menifee, and, right in time to become a Wildcat for my freshman year. And I think that especially in the last couple of years, I've been able to break out of this little cynical, pessimistic shell that was like, it's temporary, I'm not gonna be here, it's not gonna be a thing, But I think that the most important lesson that I've learned at Paloma in my 4 years being there is that it's all right for things to just be okay, They're allowed to be, and I need to accept that they just are. I need to accept that I'm back home now, and I'm somewhere where every day I can just be okay with, the friends and the teachers and the classes and the programs and the efforts of everybody at Paloma, because that is the home of the Wildcats and it's the home of me now. And that's something that I hadn't felt for a long time that I've been graced with, but I am very grateful for it. Thank you, guys.
So, I'm a really lucky person. I have the best students. And I get to say that a lot, but Trevor is really the best of the best, and he really literally made a name for himself in my world. He came in as a student with a senior directed 1X last year and just became like the guy. He would do anything all the time. He was fast, he was moving. He's the guy. And he comes in with this joy and this enthusiasm and the best of what it means to have a big heart. He has a heart for everyone in the room. He has a heart and a joy to be there to support. That's what stage managers or assistant directors really do, is they're a big support system, and they organize support, and they lift people up, and they pull people and in such a way to let them shine. That's what tech does. We make the actors shine. And he does that in every aspect of his life. He does it as a link leader, and he pulls in kids and he helps them shine. He helps other clubs on campus shine. So it's really kind of a wonderful opportunity to be able to say he gets to shine too, because he really is. His heart and his joy, his enthusiasm, he is everything about what it means to be a Wildcat, with great character and joy and hard work, because that's it, right? Like, it's not just doing the hard work, but it's living in it and having some great joy in it and connecting with others while you do it and building relationships, whether they're temporary or not. We get to build relationships and we get to build people up, and he is the example of what that means. And I'm so proud of you.
Hi, my name's Dana. I'm Trevor's mom. I get to be Trevor's mom. And I as well would like to thank all the sponsors, because this isn't possible. These kids being acknowledged isn't possible without you. Trevor has dealt with some circumstances in his life that were of no doing of his when he was very young. And to have him come through all that and just be good. He's just good. There's just no other way to describe him. He's just good. And of course, at any given moment or time, I remember that the night I was there. I was in the audience. And you know, at any given day or time, I'll get a call. Hey, Mom, so-and-so needs a ride home from school. So-and-so needs to be picked up. He's worried about kids from the moment he opens his eyes until the moment he goes to sleep. He's worried about his classmates. And for me, just seeing him persevere through all that he's been through and be successful, and not only successful, but handing that over to kids that are younger than him. I see him constantly counseling kids, being on the phone, whether it be texting, talking to them face to face, or on the phone. He is in constant communication with people on his campus. And that to me is wonderful. That's something I want to see him pass on. You know, his goal is he wants to be a teacher. He wants to be a teacher. He wants to. And I mean bad. He and I have this argument all the time. We have this argument all the time. But he wants to. He wants to continue to influence other young people and see success out of them. And so I am blessed to be his mother. And thank you all for being here.
All right, up next, Heritage High School and Principal Mr. Frank Arce.
Good morning. Yeah, I just want to say to my fellow principals, I think we got it really right this time around. We got some exceptional kids as Student of the Month. So I'd like to introduce Sophia Costa, our Student of the Month. And as you all know, you guys, it's very difficult to maintain high academic standing through high school, let alone end up being top 3 in her class. Sophia's a student that's been nominated by several teachers. One of the things we all admire about her is a strong work ethic and dedication. Something that I know her parents have worked hard to instill. She's talked to me about her parents a bit, and her dad and his work ethic, and it's very inspiring. She's a very positive person. She's a role model to our students. Listen to some of the things her teachers said. Sophia is a standout student. She has the potential to be an intellectual force. Sophia is one of those students who pushes herself to always improve, despite the fact that she is quite impressive already. She is truly a scholar athlete. And on top of all this, she's a kind, generous, and helpful peer and student. And she is loyal and a thoughtful friend. And Sophia, because it's Valentine's Day and I'm a dork like that, I wrote a little poem for you. Copyright Frank Arce 2018. Sophia, this is very original. Roses are red, violets are blue. Sophia, you're great and we're proud of you. The Spanish word for happiness is alegría, and you filled us with that. Congratulations, Sophia. Everyone, Sophia Acosta.
Good morning, everyone. Hi. Hi, Trevor. I'd first like to start off with thanking all the sponsors. Without you, it would not be possible for us to be here. And this is actually the second time my family has had the opportunity to do this, once with my older brother. And so that shows not only
amazing parenting by my parents, but how awesome students how dedicated the Heritage High School staff is to their students. There we go. So, as Mr. Arce mentioned, I love my parents so much, and I think they are the most incredible people. My dad for working about 3 a.m. every morning to go to work and not getting home till 6, just so my mom can stay home so she can raise us and be the spectacular mother that she is. And I'm so grateful for that. Without her, I would not be here. I'd probably fallen asleep through my homework and never got the assignments done. She'll be like, "Are you awake, Sophia?" And I'm like, "Yeah, unfortunately." After high school, I would like to attend either Sacramento State, UC San Diego, or UC Berkeley. And also I'd like to thank Mr. Posley. I saw that here. I was like, Mr. Posley the best. He actually goes through the time to read my horrible handwriting. I've had him for 2 classes, and it just shows dedication. So, as far as the major I want to pursue, so I plan to major in clinical nutrition or psychology, and I hope to aid people with eating disorders in their recovery, because it's my belief that mental health is just as important as physical health. I know this has been a common theme so far. And I would just like to thank everybody for sharing their stories, because mental health is such a big issue. When I first started cross country, there was little to no program, which wasn't a problem for me. That just meant it was easier to get a varsity spot. However, when it came time to compete, I would usually come in last, hyperventilating and reaching for my inhaler. Fun fact, I didn't know I had asthma until halfway through track, and I was like, oh, that's why I'm not breathing. To say I was a natural runner would be an understatement. Most people would have given up, if not for the strenuous amount of exercise, but for the humiliation. I was clocking in 30 minutes. People were finishing at 21. It's all right. Strangely enough, even though I was horrible at running, I loved the sport. It didn't matter if I came in last or first. I was just happy to be out there with my team. The following year, with the help of new coaches, I started improving. Or that was until I injured myself before the season started. I soon realized how much running had not only done for me physically, but for me mentally as well. Without running, I became an entirely different person. My peppy demeanor was lost, and everything seemed to have a dark undertone to it. In short, when I'm upset, my mom will yell at me to go on a run. Go be happy. When I was finally recovered enough to start running again, I made it a point to stop feeling sorry for myself, and began to wake up every morning at 6 a.m. to go on a run. Just like that, I started feeling like my old self again. Not only did my mentality improve, but so did my times as well. I ended up becoming captain of my team and a role model to the freshmen who now ask me how they can become better athletes themselves. It wasn't the practices that strengthened me as a runner, but it was the passion and perseverance of the sport that strengthened me. Along with this passion I found in running, I also discovered another passion: encourage the promotion of not only physical but mental health, as it was a connection between both that allowed me to be a successful athlete and leader. So, in the human body, there's this constant struggle to maintain and keep a stable environment between our internal organs and the ever-changing environment that surrounds them. This is the concept of homeostasis. However, this isn't strictly biological. Humans are constantly trying to maintain a stable, balanced environment for themselves. For most people, this means trying to maintain a balance between school and friends, between family and work. What's often forgotten, however, is the balance between a person's physical and mental health. As an athlete, I've seen this balance disregarded, and I myself have disregarded it as well. Fortunately, I've learned, and I'm continuing to learn, that in order to be a leader to the people who look up to me, like my sister and the girls on my cross-country team, I have to keep this balance. With that in mind, I want to help others and to find this balance by becoming a nutritionist, so they can learn, as I am learning, that maintaining their physical health is just as important as maintaining their mental health. Whether that be by becoming a psychologist or a nutritionist, I want to help people in whatever way I can so they can live a happy and healthy life. And I would also like to conclude this by thanking the sponsors once again, because you guys make it possible for being here, and the students as well, I'm inspired by everybody's stories, and
Good morning, everyone. So I'm Mr. Pose. I teach at Heritage High School. I teach a little bit of everything, avid math and computer science. And I've actually had the unique pleasure of having Sophia kind of in all aspects of my career. She's been in National Honor Society on my exec board. She had me for math. She has me for AP Computer Science right now. And it's kind of unique seeing a student in all these different hats and how they function a little bit differently. And the way that I would describe Sophia is the Energizer Bunny. She's a hard worker and works 10 times harder than any student I've ever seen. She does sports year-round, it feels like. She, cross country, soccer, and track. I don't think she's doing soccer this year, but she's done it every other year up to this. And she's just an outstanding student in the classroom. Her work is above everyone else's, and she's constantly striving to kind of get that excellence and asking questions, and that genuinely intrigued student who just wants the best out of their education, and she works hard at that. And I told her I'd have to mention her handwriting because I had her for math my first year, and I'll never forget it. I opened up her notebook because I grade notebooks for notes, and I looked at it and I'm like, so the next day I go up to her and I'm like, can you read this to me? And she goes, no. And I'm like, so how am I going to grade it? And she took the time, and every time she had 2 notebooks from then on, where she would write the notes in class and then rewrite them so I could actually grade them after. But she's that A student, that rock star who just kills it. And the best part about Sophia is she doesn't know how great she is. She's that student who is amazing and doesn't even realize it, doubts herself day in and day out. But everyone watching from the outside in just sees how amazing of a student she is, and she makes everyone around her proud, and she's worked so hard to get to where she's at, and I'm just so excited to see where she goes from here on out. I'm sure probably on the Olympics or something, killing it, or she runs all the time, and she makes me exhausted just watching her go through and do things. So I'm just so proud of her, and to have the privilege in my career to work with her and see how far she's come and how much she's grown from day one to now. It's incredible, and I'm just so excited for her and her future, and big credit to her family for that support system there, because without the family there, it's difficult to do anything. And to the sponsors, I just want to say thank you. I remember sitting in this program as a student, and it changes lives. College wasn't a sight for me, and I know the students sitting in here, I hope you guys realize, we're proud of you here in Perris and Menifee, and we want you to go far, and you can do great things. Doesn't matter where you come from, it matters where you end up. So always work hard and never give up, and Sophia is that vision of what Perris Union High School District is all about, that talent, that hard work, and that effort that pays off in the end, and she's going to go far and do great things, so I'm just really proud of her. Good job.
Good morning. So I'm Sophia's father, Will Acosta. First of all, congratulations to all the winners. Give it up for yourselves. All right, so one of the things that I'm very thankful for the high school and Principal Arce is the phone call that I received at work telling me that my daughter had won this award. So I'm sitting at my desk, and I had to close my door. It was a tearjerker. I'm a big crybaby anyways. So he told me that your daughter is the most amazing person. Everybody voted for her. And we want to thank you for everything that you do every single day. And he told me I didn't give myself enough credit, because I give all the credit to my wife, who basically raised my daughter, because I'm at work 24/7. But moving to this area allowed us to keep her home and raise our kids and make them who they are today. So I'm definitely going to give it up to her. So, and I also want to thank the principal, Arce, because I thought that was such a personal touch to do that. And I went around, my building and told everybody, and actually copied that. And I think we're going to use it in our student of the month, our driver of the month. Okay. So let me just explain. Sophia makes it sound so easy, and everybody around her makes it sound so easy for Sophia to be so great. And I'll just explain every single morning what happens. So every morning I wake up around 3 a.m. just to get ready and go downstairs and get my coffee. Typically it's a fight for that coffee, because I find Sophia buried in a book, usually in the living room, family room, loft, kitchen, wherever it is that she's studying with her head in a book, with a cup of coffee close by. She also has her cell phone close by that goes off every 15 minutes to wake her. And it's going off continuously. I'm like, Sophia, turn off the phone. And she's like, I can't, I gotta keep studying. So she keeps going. Sophia somehow, she holds that 4.3 GPA all year. She continues to do all the amazing things she does. And as her mom takes her to school every morning, she lugs around that 40-pound bag of books. It's got to be at least 40 pounds. And she carries along with her gym bag. So when she gets out of the car, her nickname by her boyfriend is Turtle. Because she's always walking like this because her bags are so heavy. So, anyways, so that's Sophia. She makes it seem easy, but she works super, super hard, and she gets very little sleep. We're not happy about the coffee, but it is what it is. So, Sophia, your mom and I are so proud of you. You're the daughter that any parent would love to have. Your incredible drive and perseverance, humbleness, and willingness to help others along the way will take you far in this world no matter what you choose to do. We can't wait to see what the world has in store for you. We are so proud of you. We love you.
Great job, Dad. Hey, Sophia, I learned something else about you. When you get angry, your mom sends you on a run. Something similar happens to me. When I get angry, my wife tells me, go take a hike. About the same thing. Congratulations again to Sophia and all the students of the month. We appreciate you. We thank you for your hard work. We thank the sponsors too. And now we're going to hand it over back to Sally Mike. Thank you.
Well, I think we all needed extra napkins at our table today because it was an incredible morning of sharing. And what's really interesting about the Student of the Month program is, God just has this incredible way how he orchestrates almost the theme, the passion that goes on. And I think that, even the students talked about that today. So there is one little group of folks I want to introduce, very important in this room. That's our video crew from Paloma Valley High School under, the direction of Mr. Randy Hughes. So we want you to come around here so everybody can see you. And he's just amazing and doing this for years. So he's on the TV screen back there. So the camera operators are Nick Guth. Where's Mr. Nick? Hello there, how are you? John Purcell, Mr. John with the big smile. Dylan Torres in the back. And the technical director is Cesar Hernandez. Yay, there you go. The video mixer, Brandon Barnes. And audio is Megan Morris. And you know what? Whoever wrote this, I really appreciate it. It was written so nice and neat, and I could read every name. Yay. I love that. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So at the end, I'd like to just share a little bit of what I learned and admire about each of our students. So I'm going to ask Ariana to please stand. So Ms. Ariana, you are one adorable young lady. And I was really taken by you, the words that were used several times about you, your kindness, your compassion. You are a true leader, that quiet leader. And I know you talked a little bit about, anxiety and that, but how you have learned to overcome that, and you're learning that. But what you really do is that you're reaching out to others around you and coming alongside them and supporting them through maybe some of the same feelings that they may have. So it shows that you have a heart for others, that you are also gaining your strength by being around others and supporting them. And so I think that you're going to do an amazing job. And I know that is going to be, maybe it may have been a weakness, but it's going to turn you into a very, very strong and very confident and very thoughtful person. So congratulations to you. And UCI will be good to have you. They will enjoy having you there. Congratulations. Dakota. Mr. Dakota, I was very impressed with you. I like that smile. Look at that. It's a great smile. And what I loved that was said about you is consistent comfort. I have heard words used on students, many, many words, but not those two together. And so that's a really neat combination. And what I learned about you is that you want to build others up, and yet at the same time you're learning to build and make things on your own. You have this incredible desire and focus and talent on electronics, which is a really a neat field to go into, and that you're wanting to go to the special school, UTI. What does that actually stand for? Okay, so that is awesome. And I think it's neat that we have schools for these special trades, because I grew up in Torrance, and we had some schools around us, and then it seemed like a lot of those schools started to disappear. But it's nice to be able to have those schools where we can get very specific instruction in that area, and so that's a great drive that you have. And when you talked about your obstacle, it was kind of neat because you talked really about several of those questions. How your obstacle is that you had fallen behind in some credits, but yet through your determination and your independence and your desire to do research, now you're ahead of the game, and you've got your graduation on track. And so what you are is that you are dedicated. That word consistent also turns into commitment. You have a commitment, for your future, and you're going to be a great example for others. So congratulations to you. And Trevor. Yay. Trevor, very touched by your story. Like all the students here, you come and you know the folks that are with you, but you really don't know anybody else at the other tables, and here you share your story, you open up your life, and actually for each one of you or any of us that are in that position, it actually builds us up. It actually even gives us more confidence in who we are and what we've done. And when the words used about you is that you interact with others, and being that I'm in the restaurant business and the hospitality industry, the words that we like to use are we like to connect and we like to engage. And so those are words that I definitely see that you were very successful, naturally talented in all areas of that. And when you talked about stepping up for the play and how you came in, the word I said was that you step up. You're just going to get it done. You're going to go in there and do what it takes, and take all the talent that God has given you, and you made it work, and it was very successful. And so that is just a cool thing that you do. And when you talked about your lesson about how you really want to accept it being okay, but what I really took from that is that you're actually more appreciative of your surroundings. Not that things are just okay. It's not like you just accept the status quo, but I kind of read into that a little bit more, but that you're very appreciative, and at the same time you're going to, in every way that you can, make every situation even better than it can be. So that's how I really interpreted that, and I thought that was awesome. And the fact that you have a joy and a heart for others, and that you've really broken out of your shell. And for all of us, life changes. There are so many different seasons, and the season that we're in now is actually setting you up for the next season that you're going to have. And there's always going to be a little bit of struggle, maybe a little bit of challenge, but you just say, I'm going to get through it, and you do. So congratulations to you. Sophia. Miss Sophia, the word I have for you is enthusiastic. Yes, I really, really love that word about you. And I enjoy the word happiness. I think that is a great word for you as well. And when everyone was talking about you, how you being a role model, your love for your family, which actually all of our students really showed that great love and care for their family today. And the field that you want to go into, nutrition and sociology, and the fact that you're this runner, you have a lot of drive and passion in your life. And I see you have perseverance. And I like how you talked about maintaining balance. And today, many of the students were talking about their health and their mental health, and the fact that you all are taking this seriously. And a lot of it has to do with the support system around you, and all of you have such great positive features and attributes in your life. So the fact that you like to inspire others around you as well, you are also going to be very successful, and people are going to gravitate to you. So congratulations to you. And in the end, I like to share a word from John Maxwell. He's a pastor, he's an author, he's a motivational speaker. And as I shared with you, my husband and I operate restaurants. We have 24 Sizzlers in California with about 1,400 employees. And so you can imagine we talked about having good people around you. It is very important to have good people around you. And what you discover is that every person within your organization, like every position in the school, every position you have in a club, whatever you do, every position is important. There's really not one that's more important than the other, because they all have to engage, they all have to connect, they all have to have a mental stability, they all have to have a desire and a passion to do what's right. And when you pull all those together, then you have either a great operating restaurant or you have a great operating school district or classroom. So it really is all the same. And the word that I want to share today is influence. And so we're going to listen to Mr. Maxwell. And I don't have a lot of reception, I realized, in this restaurant. So we're going to give it the best shot we have here.
By the way, I lived in San Diego many years, know right where it is. Beautiful place right on the ocean. Said, John, talk about influence. Well, influence is what we all want, what we all need, and it helps us to be a better leader. If you can increase your influence, you can increase your leadership ability over others. Now, here's what's amazing. People think of influence sometimes as title or position, and say, well, that person has influence because of who they are or what they've attained or the job that they have. Influence begins by every day just doing your best to help people. If you help people, if you add value to them, you begin to increase and you begin to enlarge your share of influence in their life. Here's what I know. The people that influenced me throughout my life are people who cared for me and who intentionally deposited good stuff in my life. So I think influence is intentional, and I think influence adds value to others. And if you want to be a person of influence, then get intentional about adding value to other people.
So that's really very true. And each one of you, as you shared today, are influencing others around you. And you have the opportunity to deposit your great influence into others, and for them to be able to not only just come alongside you, but then take that influence that you've deposited in them and for them to go out and influence others. So I just want to encourage all of you today that you are doing an amazing job. And so I want to thank you for coming today. This concludes our program. And we're going to ask all of our students to grab these wonderful bags out in the front that Sarah and Lori have put together. We're going to go outside, and Sarah's going to take a picture. We're going to have our city council members and our chamber representatives in that picture as well. And so thank you so much. Have a wonderful Valentine's Day. And from my heart, may God richly bless you. Thank you.